Former Republican Congressman George Santos has asked the court to please delay my criminal sentencing because I need to podcast. That is his legal reasoning for not wanting to be criminally sentenced and instead wants to push it all the way to August because I just launched a podcast on December 15th and I need to do that to make money to pay the restitution that you, judge, say I have to pay before I get sentenced. So, this is really on you, judge, for making me have to podcast. Now, as we all know, Santos is not the only person right now asking judges to delay their sentencing, as Donald Trump is desperately trying to stop before Friday. But George Santos's request is a little bit dumber than Trump's, and Trump's was pretty dumb. But Santos has come along and just absolutely taken the cake of the dumbest reason to delay criminal sentencing. Here's the thing. Prosecutors have already told the judge, listen, this is total BS. The dude said he made $400,000 from Cameo. He made another $400,000 from a new documentary about his life. So he's got $800,000 right there. He only owes $500,000 in restitution. Where'd the money go? Because Santos told the court, I only got $1,000. Even though he bragged when he joined Cameo, about a year ago, that he had already made more money on Cameo than he made in his first year in Congress, which should have been $174,000, because he did make $174,000 his first year of Congress, plus $400,000 from Cameo, $400,000 from the documentary. We're looking at close to $1 million in the last 2 years. Where's the money? And that's what prosecutors pointed out in their filing, arguing that, listen, this guy is, he's a liar. He pleaded guilty to the fraud, pleaded guilty to duping vote. He is almost a professional liar. In fact, the irony is that his podcast is actually called Pants on Fire. So the prosecutors are like, don't you dare delay this criminal sentencing, for which, by the way, Santos is looking at up to 22 years in jail. Very long time to put a podcast on hiatus, but we'll see what happens. Nevertheless, prosecutors say, listen, he owes the state $500,000. He owes $200,000 of that $500,000. That's just an asset forfeiture. He has provided the court no financial statements, no statements of assets, literally nothing. But we're supposed to just take his word that he only has $1,000 on him? Bullcrap. And again, I haven't seen his financial records either, but I'm willing to assume Santos should have more than $1,000 in the bank after making more than or nearly $1 million in the last 2 years. So we'll see what happens with this. I don't think Santos has a leg to stand on, but prosecutors ended their rebuttal to Santos in a very interesting way. They talked about the fact that, if you grant this extension, right, this delay of the sentencing, the message you are sending to the world, judge, is that crime does pay. Because he's asking you to put off the sentencing so that he can make money off a podcast, which is only going to be popular, if it is, because of his name, and his name's only popular because of his criminal activity. So if you delay it, you are sending the message to the country that crime does pay, and that's a pretty crappy message to send to America. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.